Madden NFL 22. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Rams and the Giants. Coming up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Here's Richie James on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Throwing, Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this throw will be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Through, and he's got space. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, LA. Cam Akers, 75 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
So the call is made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for two. It's a run with Akers. And shedding through the tackle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now James returning. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. 2nd down and goal. Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And Gano's kick is right through. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books, 8-3 our score. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of an 8-3 game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push the lead to 11-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Here's James. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
Now James returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Henderson. Broken tackle. He's still on his feet. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 19 yards for Darrell Henderson. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's James. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jones. That escapes the sack. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the LA Rams with a victory here.